Captain's Log, Square Apricot Susie 64.2. We've collected the artifact from the mining outpost on the moon of Vectera and are now en route to a place called the Lodge in the
Well,
city
hey
of New
there,
Atlantis on the
irate
planet of
pirates.
Genesis.
Looks like you finally did it. Boarded my ship, scrapped my bot, ripped those beautiful brown eyes out of my adorably cherubic face. And then you discovered the guy you had pegged as a treasure hunter doesn't actually have any treasure. Not anymore. It's true. I may have had a pricey trinket or two when I evaded your sorry asses at Kumazi, but brother had to buy fuel. So you get nothing, except my ghost. Because I am gonna haunt your asses till the end of your days. Which, for a Crimson Fleet pirate, is about, what, another week?
Greetings, my intrepid crew. I'm your captain, Bunchy Sword 69, and welcome to my fourth video in my playthrough of Starfield. I'm just going to take a minute to search around Barrett's ship to see what goodies he may have left behind and what we can sell once we get to New Atlantis. And frankly, Barrett owes me. I love that Barrett's, anticipating his own demise, took the time to record an audio log, thumbing his nose at the Crimson Fleet pirates that would have done him in. It's extra little touches like that in games that make them feel all the more special and interesting.
Oh, I'd kill for some chunks right now. First stop when I get home. But I really need to get better about packing snacks for these long hauls. Some rhubarb boom pop. Maybe some cereal. Irvin always made the best trail mix. Added in little marshmallows for stars. I miss that.
Yummy, yummy chunks. There's nothing quite like some rich, tasty chemicals for those long space trips.
You know the drill, Vasco. Protocol Indigo means no deviations, no distractions, no dalliances, in short, no fun. Unless, as strictly defined by Sarah, said deviations, distractions, and dalliances are completely necessary in getting this fine vessel, the Discovery-class Starship Frontier, back home in one piece. I guess I'm still technically borrowing it from Constellation, even if I have no intention of actually giving it back.
Hooray! We've now received 3 more good pieces of lore for this game. For instance, we now know this ship is called the Frontier, and we're getting to know better the jerkwad Barrett who got my coworker killed and endangered the lives of my other coworkers. To top it off, it comes in the form of audio logs, negating the need for any sort of reading. Although, for the record, borrowing something with no intention of returning is called stealing. intrepid crew, we're nearly done raiding the frontier for loot, and then we'll finally blast off into our first trip into space. That will just about do it. The time has come to venture out into the settled systems and see what's out there in the vastness of space.
Shields ready. The rest is up to you. Now that we are in orbit, it might be wise to test all controls and systems to ensure they are not on the verge of catastrophic failure. I can step you through the entire process, or if you're already an experienced pilot, just power up all the systems and we'll be on our way.
Oh good, it seems the robot is going to give us our first flying lessons. I hope I get a good, long, thorough tutorial, and I'm not simply thrust into a three-way space battle before I even know what I'm doing.
Each system on a ship requires power. Allocating power is under your direct control. Let's go over the engines. Engines control our maximum speed. Try increasing and decreasing our relative velocity. A ship's engine has a sweet spot for better handling during turns. Draw your attention to the HUD. You'll notice a speed indicator in the lower left with a gauge that goes up and down as you adjust the throttle. Try to center the gauge so that it lines up with the center of the vertical bars to its right. Boosts can be engaged for temporary bursts of speed. Without a hull, but devaporized. Shield health is displayed in the lower right. Hull damage is below it.
What are you talking about? I've not yet fully learned to fly.
You've proven an adequate pilot. Are you familiar with ship combat tactics? Because that's
Oh,
a Crimson
Joel,
Fleet ship
this
bringing its
is
weapons to
just
bear.
what I needed. I barely know how to fly, and I'm already thrust into space
We will
combat.
need to disable their shields. Laser-based weaponry is particularly effective. Congratulations on surviving your first Starship assault, Captain. We should search the wreckage for spare parts and other salvage. You will need to fly close to it before we can access the remains.
Knowing only rudimentary flying controls, we were thrust ill-prepared into battle, but fighting bravely, we have emerged victorious. To the victor Go those boys!
Two more Crimson Fleet ships are jumping into our location.
Having narrowly survived our first battle, we find ourselves thrust into space combat once again.
Ramp down! Do or die! No mercy!
The amount of Crimson Fleet hostility has been far more than anticipated. At this rate, the odds of continual assault from their ships are high enough to jeopardize our mission. In short, they are after the frontier and will not stop. We will need to deal with the local Crimson Fleet captain. A recent scan indicates an abandoned facility on the nearby moon of Kreet, a perfect staging area for pirates.
Well, it seems the Crimson Fleet pirates will continue to be naughty boys and will need to be taught a lesson. I will have to travel to the moon of Kreet and spank them with my guns. At last, we finally get our first look at space travel and the star map in Starfield. For the sake of reference, this is the Nariel system, its layout, and what it looks like. Alas, we cannot simply buy the Kreets, but for a game the size of Starfield, cuts had to be made. Perhaps if the
We have
settled
arrived
systems
in
had been
orbit.
half
The
the
abandoned
size,
facility
then
with our
maybe
Crimson
this game
Fleet captain
could
is on
have
the
been
surface.
slightly cooler. Or we could have had planets and moons with more handcrafted content. One of the things for which this game is now infamous is its many loading screens. For the purposes of these videos, I will cut those loading screens so that you, my intrepid crew, will not have to deal with that annoyance. As you can see, when I recorded this video, I was not clear on how to land on planets in Starfield. But worry not, my intrepid crew. I do eventually figure it out and even streamline the process. As
From
we
here on out,
landed
Captain.
on the moon of Kreet to deal with the Crimson Fleet pirates, and if necessary, we will teach them all the way. Well, that will just about be the end of the video. So for now, thank you for watching. Download, comment, like, share, subscribe. I hope you were entertained. Tell Ash Dixon how not boring this was. Game of the Reboot. Let's make 6 from 5, and I'll see you on the next video. Kitty kitty boy.